We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
So speak your mind. How has life been since the beginning of the pandemic?
Since the beginning, it has been kind of tough, trying to like adjust to, mask and social distance. And like, remember that hybrid thing we had? That really affected a lot of people.
And then how was your school year last year?
Last year, I did pretty good, actually. It's just, it did like kind of complicate like all the Google team meets, and that really affected like how how I learned. But I did pretty good. I passed all my classes.
Then did hybrid learning, anything like that, work for you, or do you not prefer it?
Honestly, I'm good with whatever, but with hybrid, it was kind of like more easier, like on a Monday to like just Google Teams and then like just go 2 days to school. But I do like right now, I do prefer that. I do like going every day to school to see my friends and to learn better.
Did you mind the masks or no?
Mask, actually with the mask, like sometimes I did like not wear my mask. I did wear my mask, but at some points like throughout the day, like talking to my friends, I didn't wear my mask. So. But it didn't really bother me with like the breathing and everything that everyone talks about, so it didn't bother me a lot.
It's been overwhelming in some parts of school, but then it's also has been pretty boring in the social aspects of it.
Can you tell me what has been interesting and then what has been boring?
Some things that have been interesting is finding out ways to be connected with friends through like online things and being more on social media rather than in person. But some things that have been boring is not going out with friends as much and not seeing like long distance family as much.
It has just been kind of weird. Again, I guess I was kind of used to it already because I was in homeschool for 3 years since 8th grade. So it was just, I was getting used to not being around anybody.
Hi, I'm Scott Siegfried, the proud superintendent of the Cherry Creek School District. As we head into the third week away from school, I have a message for the Cherry Creek School District community. We're in this together. From our food nutrition workers who've been taking grab-and-go meals to kids, to our nurses and mental health who are setting up hotlines, from our teachers who are setting up remote learning, and to you, our families, who are reinventing daily life. We're in this together. As we launch our remote learning plan this week, I'm asking for our educators to teach and lead from their hearts. I'm asking you for your patience and grace and support as we navigate this new phase of excellence together. Also this week, we'll provide information about how students can access school nurses and mental health workers online. I believe health and wellness are more critical than ever before.
During the pandemic, usage of delivery apps went way up. As seen through their stock price, it was all the way down here at 1,800, and it rose all the way up to 3,500 throughout the course of just a couple of months. It shows the phenomenal usage of just what happened during this time and how many times people used delivery apps to get what they needed. Did you expect for this pandemic to last almost 2 years?
I actually didn't know it was 2 years. Crazy. But no, I didn't expect it to last 2 years. I thought it was going to be like at least like a month, or like, it was going to be like a little quick 2 weeks off of school, and then now we're here 2 years, That's crazy. I didn't know it was 2 years.
Then did time kind of fly, or was it just really slow?
At some point, like throughout the years, it did feel slow. Like when is this, hybrid stuff going to end? And like, when am I going to, go back to school full time? But now when I see it, it did feel kind of fast with everything. But I feel like I've adjusted myself back into, wearing my mask when I need to and, live through, go through school every day.
No, actually, especially when we heard about the first two-week extended break, I thought that it was just a thing that's going to blow over, and then we were just going to go back right away. And I remember messing around with friends in the very beginning of it because we were freshmen, just joking about how we got 2 extra weeks of spring break.
How long did you really think it was going to last at the most? So only that 2 weeks?
Yeah, I thought it was going to last maybe 2 weeks, maximum a month. I thought they were just going to figure out a way to just prevent it, and we were just going to go right back.
I did not, honestly. I thought it was just going to blow over, or that it was just some sort of conspiracy, I guess.
How long at max did you think it was going to last?
Maybe just a few months, honestly.
I was probably thinking about the same.
Only way we will defeat this outbreak is for all countries to work together in a spirit of solidarity and cooperation.
The second case did not travel to China, making this the first person-to-person transmission of the novel coronavirus in the United States.
How has the pandemic affected you?
In what way, like physically or mentally? Because there's different ways it could be affected me.
I would say, how does it personally affected you, mentally affected you, and then physically affected you? Let's do it in that order.
All right. Personally affected me, I feel like I felt more, like, not enclosed, but I feel like I've been like more at home, and it has affected me like to be like more, maybe less social and everything. So that affected me. And with my mental health, I felt more, I feel like I felt more like open to new ideas also, even with like, feeling a lot closed. With my mental, I felt like, I could try different things, because online, it was a new thing for me. So I also felt, mentally well with, trying new things. And physically, I think, because, when the class, ended, I did some push-ups and, I did try and, try to be more healthier instead of, sitting on my, bed all day and just wait the day to pass. So.
If you're okay to share, did anything happen due to like anybody getting sick in your family? Did you end up getting the coronavirus?
Yes, at some point I did. It was a few months ago. It wasn't like last year, but it was like maybe like October of last year. I did get COVID at some point, and it did like kind of like make me feel like, well, I should have worn my mask better. And my whole family got COVID, so but everything's good now. We all got the vaccine, and everything's cool now. So it did affect.
Because of you getting COVID, did you feel like your friends weren't going to want to be around you anymore because they knew that you had gotten sick, or were they accepting of you that you did have it and you were just sick?
They honestly didn't care, honestly. It's just, they just wanted me to stay home to to feel better, and they were like, get better, Juan, and, recuperate, So I don't think they cared if I got them. No, they did care. They did care if I got them sick, of course, but they just knew that, I would have stayed home and, gotten better.
Since you got COVID, did you fall behind in any schoolwork, or was the school super accepting about that stuff?
Some teachers were accepting about it, like my English teacher, Miss Lauer. She was accepting about, absenting me from, some assignments. But some teachers did. I don't want to name any teachers, but some teachers were like, you have to get this work done. And I did have some some Fs because I didn't know there was homework because I was in bed all day because I was sick. So that did affect my academics and everything.
It's personally affected me that obviously I don't go out anymore. Well, I used to not go out. Physically, I stayed home. I was a lot more active before. I used to play more sports, but then at home, kind of bulked up, That's about it.
And then did you lose any friendships at all?
Yeah, I lost some just some friends that were not too close, further friends. Yeah, not too many. Everyone kind of stayed in contact, so it made it pretty easy.
Was your mental health affected at all?
A little, I guess, but especially academically, I feel like it was affected as it was not necessary to do school anymore with your grades not being hurt in the first year. So, yeah, it definitely affected my perseverance for sure.
Well, it has actually helped me to be more appreciative for the things that I have. I have actually lost some people to COVID. So I've been more appreciative of that, and also of the time that I have with my family and all that.
How was your mental health affected?
I did get a little depressed because I wasn't able to see friends and also be able to fix problems that I had with some people as well.
How about physical health? Did you improve or kind of decline with that?
Honestly, decline. I didn't have motivation to do anything at all, or to even go run or do push-ups at all, honestly.
How about academic success?
I declined on that too. Yeah, it was, my grades were just going down from middle school to high school. They just went down.
From BBC's article, How TikTok Changed the World in 2020 by Sophia Smith-Gaylor, she states, now at the end of 2020, TikTok is the most downloaded app of the year, and it's changed an awful lot more than just how we consume media online. She also states, history will probably come to remember TikTok as having a prominent role in Black Lives Matter, promoting it as a trend on its Discover page and winning the hashtag more than 23 billion views.
Getting, 100 rolls of toilet paper, that really didn't make a whole lot of sense.
That's exactly what most Americans are doing, with toilet paper sales up more than 100% from this time last year.
From the email that Dr. Roberts sent prior to going remote, she states, "We are all experiencing something we never have before. We cannot pull from past experiences." She continues to say, "Grandview is what it is because of its people." Document continues with, "This will be different, but we will get through this together." Finally, she states, "We will also be experiencing a change in school that we've never have seen before."
What trends arose for you during the pandemic, like TikTok or Instagram or anything like that?
A lot of trends were like, I remember, I think it was in that like years. I remember like the devious lick. There was like the devious lick was something. There was a lot of trends related to school and like, not wearing your mask. And I think like the main one that still affects me like to this day is like, like working out and going to the gym every day and trying to, be a better physically, and that, really improved my health, and that affected a trend of me.
Oh, I feel like TikTok for sure. The pandemic only helped it blow up even more, as everyone was at home, and then there were new challenges being created all the time of how people were spending their time at home, and so only more trends arose. I don't remember any like specific ones, but there were a lot of like challenges that people would do and show off their tricks at home.
I guess just honestly, I just see a lot of conspiracy stuff about all that, like just all that stuff, and yeah, I guess just that.
Like any TikTok trends?
Not that I can't think of many, honestly.
We end 2020 with a Broadway-level production that started as a TikTok video.
TikTok users joined together to create a fictitious Broadway staging of the Disney Pixar movie.
The collective work has engaged more than 200 million fans worldwide.
And it's all because of TikTok.
How was the beginning of the pandemic versus the end of the pandemic for you?
The beginning of the pandemic was different. It was really different than I was used to. And I did, have some time to adjust and everything, but I did, I finally adjusted like through like the middle of the year when I'm like, you know what, if this is how it's going to be, it's how it's going to be, So, I just stayed, I tried to do my best. And now at the end of the pandemic, I feel like everyone's gotten used to wearing their mask and social distance and everything. So that's really improved, like, everyone's health, and just, now everyone can go back to, we're not wearing masks or, a lot of different things.
The beginning of it was uncertain. No one knew what would happen, which is kind of similar to as it is now. No one knows when it will end, but it seems like it should end pretty soon. It'll be over, hopefully. Also at the beginning, no one really knew what the pandemic could pose, what sort of difficulties, but now at the end that we have experienced probably the climax of it, we know how bad it can get.
Well, wearing the mask was obviously something very weird for me, and then just now when they lifted the mask mandate and seeing people without masks, it just still feels weird for me to see them without masks, honestly. So, and just seeing people out a lot and actually being able to be with friends again is still a little weird, but I'm getting used to it.